Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of fire. So if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of September 17th. 15th through the 17th, 2023. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to check the description box below for ways to reach me. All right, so we have the overall energy as the Princess of Wands. We have the Hanged Man, the Nine of Swords. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Nine of Disc. Okay, so overall energy seems like maybe you guys have been dealing with some sort of brain fog, anxiety, maybe having insomnia, waking up in the middle of the night, and then having a hard time getting back to sleep. It just seems like something's been eating away at you. And I feel like maybe you've been trying to, relax and maybe pray or meditate or, put things into perspective. It seems like spiritually, there also could be some sort of information being downloaded to you, and maybe it's just been a lot of processing. But it does seem like ultimately you're going to have some sort of clarity or realization. You're not going to be worrying so much. Those of you that celebrate the holidays, I feel like there may be something significant in regards to Christmas. I know it's not until December, but it just seems like maybe there's some early stress about that. Now, also, this could be your energy, fire, or there could be another fire energy around you that is significant. Maybe, you're constantly thinking about a fire sign or deeply concerned about a fire sign, or maybe this fire energy has been thinking about you and thinking about coming forward. Career-wise, I feel like you're having stability and security. I feel like you are going to have some sort of financial independence. I don't know if that's something that you have been concerned about, but I feel like you're going to have it. Or maybe you already have that, but it's just some other things that's been bothering you. But I do feel like there is something significant in regards to finances. Like you're going to have, what you need. But if you're starting off in some sort of job, something about it seems like new, like you're just now learning the ropes. But whatever this new job is, even though you have little experience, whatever they're paying is like pretty decent for you. It's a nice chunk of change. Definitely just enough for you to just feel comfortable and be able to take care of necessities as well as have some put back for fun. I feel like you're also potentially spending a lot of money, or maybe you're going to make some sort of a big purchase. But if you do make some sort of a big purchase, I feel like you have the funds to do so. But you could be getting ready to make a down payment on some property, or any large purchase. In regards to relationships, if you're already in a relationship, I kind of feel like something's happening where maybe your responsibilities could be expanding in some way. Maybe you're deciding to, share resources, move in together, something that requires more responsibility and committing more to the relationship. You also could end up visiting family. Maybe something's going on where your family is expanding, or maybe you're having visitors. So, or maybe you're meeting your significant other's family for the first time. So something seems significant in regards to family and relationships. If you're single, I feel like this might be more about what you desire or what you want. You could be looking at the life of other people that are in relationships, and then just kind of having that as a vision for yourself and something that you're currently maybe trying to manifest. I do feel like whatever you're trying to manifest, though, will come into fruition. Also, if single, you could meet someone either while out shopping or out in a public place, through family, at your company, especially if you work at a big company. Also, if you live in like an apartment complex or some sort of gated community, your person might be within your vicinity. You might not even know that your person lives right below you or right across from you. Only red flag, if you're single, just be cautious of not getting involved with somebody who's already in an established relationship. That would be the only thing. So I don't really see it, but it's still a possibility here. If you are testing out some sort of a new skill, I feel like it's going to give you, a nice income. Try not to, worry so much or doubt your abilities. I feel like if you ever feel held back or stuck, that may be something in your own mind. Like you're needing to stop holding on to negative thoughts and release them. I feel like you're also maybe focusing on a lot of self love or reinvesting into yourself. You might be finding ways to become more confident and overcoming self doubt. I feel like ultimately, though, this is more about you focusing on positivity. And there also seems to be some sort of a cycle ending in your life, or you're nearing completion of some sort of self work or inner work. Like if you had really been working on yourself or in hermit mode, I feel like something's going on where you're like, you're almost complete with whatever it is that you've been going through. You also may be getting ready to share your life with someone. Like I said, if you're single. But yeah, you might be seeing synchronicities of nines. And that could definitely be talking about you and your independence or your fulfillment of some sort. I feel like there's also a possibility of you being invited to something. You also might be looking at, again, someone's life or their home and just like really wanting that for yourself. In regards to career, I feel that you could be getting some sort of recognition, or maybe you are rising in status, getting more respect. It just seems like you're headed towards, financial stability. You also might find yourself socializing with powerful people, whether it's people in government or people who, have authority and can do things for you that can open doors for you. I just kind of feel like, you're kind of headed in that direction. You also might have friends in high places. Romantically, I feel that there is someone who might be kind of focused on you or who has their eye on you. Someone may be trying to get your attention. In regards to your birth chart, if you study your birth chart, I feel like you might want to focus on both the sign and the house that your sun is in. I feel like there is an emphasis on your sun sign. So, especially if you know what house the sun is in, that house might be standing out for you this weekend in some way. So, remember, this only works if you know your exact birth time, not guessing what your rising sign is, because you might find out you always thought you were Virgo rising. Turns out that you were born a couple of hours later, and that makes you Scorpio rising. So pay attention. If you know your exact birth time, then look and see what house sun is sitting in. If you don't know your birth time, then focus more so on your sun sign, the sign that your sun is in. So there could be something being highlighted for you in that whatever house the sun is in. If it's the third house, it could be communication. If it's the ninth house, it could be spirituality or school, education, travel. If it's in the first house, it could be all about you. So yeah, look and see what house sun is in. Again, I'm kind of feeling like you're being invited to something. Like you might receive some sort of invitation, whether it's a formal invitation or verbal. But it seems like you're being invited to something. It could be invited for, a job interview. Maybe someone wants to meet with you. If it's anything dealing with creativity, maybe someone is wanting to collaborate on some sort of a project with you. Maybe it's, a podcast. Maybe it has something to do with writing or investors, anything. It just seems like you could be invited to something. Or people want you to be a part of their organization. I'm hearing the name Angelica for somebody. I feel like you're also going to find yourself at peace with your life, especially if whatever area of your life you were stressing about, or if you were stressing about several areas of your life, I feel like you're going to calm down and be at peace with that situation. Again, I'm seeing like a lot of emphasis on like self love, pampering yourself. You also might be indulging or feel like, well, I deserve this, and indulging in, some good food or drink. I kind of feel like you might be reflecting back at something you did too, and kind of being proud of yourself or feeling like I did that, like that was all me. It's a healthy ego, but I do feel like you're proud of yourself for something, maybe how you handled yourself or something you accomplished, or how you overcame a situation. Yeah, I basically just feel that you're feeling yourself. Um, Now, there also could be something where if you aren't admiring someone's life or lifestyle, someone may be doing that to you. You might be giving someone hope or inspiring them. I see a surge of confidence and you no longer caring about what people have to say or how you're being viewed. I feel like you're going to want to be true to yourself. Mm, I don't know, too, if anybody has a problem or used to have a problem just being natural, without makeup or natural hair or something like that. Whatever insecurity you had about that, I feel like you're embracing that now. You're like, oh, this is my natural look, or this is my natural, I feel like it has something to do with the physical appearance. And whatever it is that you were covering up, you just feel very comfortable in showing it off now. Maybe it was a scar or a birthmark, especially if somebody had like a big scar on their thigh or leg. I feel like somebody's like, I don't care. Like, people can look at it if they want to. Um, Somebody also seems to be moving out on their own. Like, at first, somebody was maybe living with family or roommates, and I feel like somebody is like, okay, I can live on my own now. This feels good. I feel like somebody also might be decorating their backyard. It could be in preparation to a party, or maybe it's just for your own pleasure. But I feel like somebody's making some sort of changes to their backyard, bringing some sort of drama to the backyard in design. You might get chills or feel some sort of energy if somebody is thinking about you or staring at you, or you could just feel this person in your energy. It does seem like you might try to stop it or block it. If you've been trying to find out what someone is up to, I feel like they can feel it. I'm also getting something coming off as being secretive, and or nervous about approaching you unless you feel this way about somebody. You could be having a lot of anxiety about your future. It seems like you're also trying not to know about your future. Like you're curious, but you don't want to know, but you do. You're like, oh, I want to know what this means, or I want to know, okay, I'm not going to try and look at it. I'm just going to let it happen. So something's going on where I feel like you want to know about your future, but you don't want to know. And you might be trying to hold out on, getting a reading, or maybe you're just trying not to find out too much information. In a love situation, somebody might be trying to control how they feel about you. They don't want these feelings to just get out. They don't want to lose themselves. They don't want... I just feel like they want to keep control. I feel like someone also maybe wants to keep their composure. They don't want to come off vulnerable or exposed. I feel like somebody's trying to play it cool. Also seems that maybe you're trying to ignore something that you want. Like you're in a store and you're like, nope, I'm not looking over in that direction. I'm not buying that today. And you might find yourself like refraining from purchasing something that you really want, or eating something that you really want, or from lusting over somebody. You're like, I'm not even going to look at them. I'm just going to walk straight past. I'm not going to look at them. I don't smell them. I don't smell their cologne. Like I'm just walking by. So I feel like it's hard, but I feel like you might be trying to ignore something that you want. Or vice versa. I feel like somebody's also trying to be polite. Somebody is saying no thank you to something that they really want. There's a possibility that someone is also thinking about like shaving off their hair or making it like really low. You might make some sort of mutual connection with someone, like you guys both admire each other, especially if it's work related. I feel like two people are connecting. You're just like vibing with someone, like someone really likes your vibe, and you like theirs. And it seems that you also might just kind of play something by ear or see how it plays out, see where things take you. You also could be invited to some sort of trip. Somebody might invite you to some place and you might actually go. I'm getting like strong invitation only vibes throughout like this whole reading. I just keep getting like you being invited or receiving some sort of exclusive offer or something. Now, granted, it could just simply be you get invited to some sort of Facebook group, or um, you might even get invited to something in your email, like you're invited to this. But I'm getting something about invitation. Something is an invitation. And it seems like you accept whatever this is. And the love situation, again, I just kind of feel like somebody's been trying to play it cool. I don't know if you are intimidating, but I feel that someone feels comfortable enough to open up with you or let their guards down. Initially, I feel like somebody was guarded, but they're going to let their guards down. And this also might be reversed. You initially decide to let your guards down with somebody. You also might get a callback, or somebody like responds to something that you applied for. I feel like somebody might get a job transfer, or you apply for a job and it asks you that question, like, are you willing to relocate? And you're like, depends, or like, yes. I feel like it must be someplace you're willing to go to, because I feel like there's somebody might be relocating for work as well. All right, so let's pull some energy cards. All right, additional messages for fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. You have the World. You have anxiety, overall energy, deceit. Okay, so maybe something does seem as if you're being lured into something, or like I said, it's invited to something. It's like you want to come here. It's possible that somebody might get invited to like a like one of those masquerades or something, where one of those type of parties. You could get invited to that. Somebody also might be trying to lure you in with, some sort of money, like, it pays this, are you willing? Would you want to come here and do this? Or, I just kind of feel like you're being lured in to do something. Be careful just in general, because the overall energy being deceptive energy, you don't know what you're getting in, might not know what you're getting into, or you might not know someone's true intentions. Going back to career, I feel like somebody is being invited to something to like as far away. It's just like, are you willing to relocate for this job? And you might be very nervous about it. You also might be nervous about some sort of upcoming trip. Someone also might be nervous about being called out, like if someone is lying and it's like, oh, your voice doesn't sound, you always do this thing with your voice when you're lying. I don't know. I kind of feel like somebody might be worried about what they're saying because maybe they're not being honest about it. I feel like there also just needs to be communication in general. Maybe someone's throat chakra is blocked. I feel like telling lies also may indicate blockages too. Mm, and like I said about the completion, and it seems like that's still coming through here too. It's like you're nearing the end of some sort of cycle and you're going towards like a new world, like something might be very new to you. Um, and whatever it is, I feel like you're nervous about it. So don't overthink it. If you have recently been hired for something, trust that you know what you're doing. These people didn't choose you for no reason. If someone's interested in you, you might be wondering like why. Just try not to have anxiety about whatever the situation is. And try to use discernment. If something does sound sketchy, question it. Look it up. Do your own research. Yeah, so hopefully these messages help, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.